Hello and welcome to HITC Sport. Sorry, 2 seconds. Yeah, of course I'll sign that for you. Who's it do? Vic. Yeah, sure, no bother. Yeah, stay in school. You what? Why have I got sunglasses and a scarf on? Piss off. So last week went well, didn't it? Like I told you lads, I wasn't very confident last time out when I did the first video, but your words of encouragement have, really made us want to do it again. So thank you to everyone that commented, even the person that said I look like Sean Dyche. Cheers, mate. There were some lovely comments, even one saying that I'm much better looking than the Irish guy. It's nice to know my mum watched the video. So yeah, your comments last week were lovely. They made my day. To be honest, they made my week. Although some of them were confusing, as there is proof of you calling us boring in the past. But apparently now because I've got a face, I've got a very soothing and relaxing voice. But whatever, we'll take it. I don't know what happened with the thumbnail. I made one. Didn't work. Never mind. But anyway, since last week's video was such a hit, shall we say, I've decided to do another one. And then I realised I don't have a title for this. Kinda should have thought that before we started. I've been even wilder this week, lads. I've made a Twitter account. I'm at HITC James, so give us a follow if you want to see me tweet maybe some things about football. I might not tweet at all, but might as well take a chance. I actually feel much more confident this week doing it. I don't think I need the scarf. No, I need the scarf. At the end of last week's video, I predicted the 10 Premier League games, and to be honest, I thought I did pretty well. There were some people saying I was terrible. I got 5 results right, and I got the Newcastle score bang on. I got Tammy Abraham to score, he did that. Anthony Martial, he got 1, I said he'd get 2, I was close. So yeah, we'll do that again this week at the end of this video. Something to look forward to, keep the people invested. So what's happened this week in the world of football? Well, Tottenham signed a midfielder, bringing Fernandes in on an 18-month loan deal from Benfica. What's he like? No idea, never seen him play. Is he any good? Apparently, you'd like to think so considering he's going to cost £56 million in the future. It seemed certain that he was going to go to West Ham, and then it seemed certain that he was going to go to Chelsea. And now he's at Spurs. It's a very Jose Mourinho signing, as if he's found a player that other teams want and just signed him out of spite. That's kind of what happened when Willian joined Chelsea. Personally, I think Tottenham signed the wrong Fernandes. It's Bruno they should have got, but apparently he's heading to Man United. Rio Ferdinand was making noises on Twitter that a deal was done, and then he feigned ignorance, but still, he's yet to sign on the dotted line at Old Trafford. Is it ever going to happen? Does Bruno Fernandes actually exist? He's one of those players that's been perennially linked with a move to the Premier League, yet still he's playing for Sporting Lisbon. His numbers are incredible in green and white, the amount of goals he scores from midfield is sensational. But those are just stats. Has anyone actually ever seen him play? I mean, I saw him play in the Nations League over the summer, he looked pretty good then, but other than that, he's good on FIFA. I hope Bruno Fernandes does join Manchester United, not because I'm a Manchester United fan, just because I want him in my fantasy team. With the amount of goals he can score from midfield, he'd be the perfect signing. So yeah, if and when he signs, he's going straight in my team. He won't be on a video of players who you should avoid in fantasy football, most of whom I was right about. If you take a look at the HITC League on Premier League Fantasy Football, someone actually set up a team of the players to avoid, and it's about 3rd from bottom, which is excellent, very vindicating. Also in Manchester, there's talk of John Stones leaving the Etihad. To be honest, I kind of feel sorry for John Stones. He's had a rough time in recent years. I know he's made a lot of mistakes, but he's a great defender. There's talk of Arsenal wanting him, and to be honest, I don't think that's where he's going to fix his career. Arsenal need an established centre-back, someone who's going to take the game by the scruff of the neck, a Tony Adams-like figure. John Stones isn't that man. So yeah, things aren't great for John Stones. First he had the piss taken out of him by that Port Vale striker, now there's talk of him leaving. But it could be worse, he still looks like Thomas Shelby, he's a good looking bloke. Keep your chin up, John, you can't have everything in this world. Also in the transfer market, Darren Randolph's returned to West Ham, which is fantastic news for the Hammers, because it means Roberto won't have to play in goal anymore. Dear God, did he win a competition? The Irish stopper had been brilliant for Middlesbrough. Is he actually Irish? I mean, is he one of those that just pretends to be Irish? A bit like Declan Rice. Yeah, I can do topical humour, I'll watch the channel. But yeah, fingers crossed for West Ham that Randolph can do the job during Fabianski's absence. We also had FA Cup action this week, and Joe Linton finally scored a goal. It was against League One Rochdale, but you only play who you're up against, and he's broken his duck. He hadn't scored a goal since the start of the season when he found the net on a scorching day against Tottenham, but now he's done it. Now the fans can get off his back. He's justified his £40 million price tag. That's his 2nd goal in ages. Keep your money in your pocket, Mike Ashley. Don't need to sign anyone else. So yeah, Newcastle are into the 4th round of the FA Cup, and one team that'll be joining them is Coventry City, and that's got to be the most interesting tie of the 4th round. Coventry will play at home to Birmingham City. The only issue is, Coventry are currently playing their home games at St Andrews, So Birmingham have got an away game at their own ground. How's that going to work? It would be like your mates inviting you around for tea at your own house. In Spain, In Spain we had the Spanish Supercup, which was actually held in Saudi Arabia. It consisted of 4 teams this year. Valencia as the cup winners, Barcelona as the league winners, and the 2 runners-up, Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid. And the final was between, you guessed it, Real and Atleti. It was won by Real on penalties, but really, who cares? The fact they went all the way to Saudi Arabia just to make some money doesn't sit right with me. I just hope the Premier League doesn't follow suit and also host games in Saudi Arabia. There's been some huge sporting events taking place over there. They've had boxing, the wrestling are there every, 3 or 4 months, and every time they do it there's a backlash. I just hope the Premier League don't get involved. Surely they've got enough money. So yeah, as I said at the start, we'll round this off with the predictions, and the first game of the weekend is Watford at home to Tottenham, and to be honest, you've got to go for a Watford win. Let's say 2-1. The Hornets are doing brilliant with Nigel Pearson, so I'm going to back them to win again, with Troy Deeney getting on the score sheet. In the first of the 3 o'clock games we've got Arsenal versus Sheffield United, and this is a really hard one to call. The Gunners are a bit better with Mikel Arteta in charge, but they're also without Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang after he got sent off at Crystal Palace last week. Let's go for a draw, 1-1. Brighton versus Villa, I'm also going to go with a draw. Villa will surely have a response after they got hammered 6-1 by City last week. But considering they haven't got a striker yet, I can't see them getting a win. Speaking of City, they're at home to Crystal Palace, and yet again, I'm going to back them for a rout. Let's say 4-0. There'll be no repeat of last season when Andros Townsend scored an absolute banger and Crystal Palace won, throwing the title race wide open. The title race isn't wide open at all. City can't afford to lose any more points. They're already far enough behind as it is. Next we've got Norwich versus Bournemouth, and is it possible for both teams to lose a game? They're both bang out of form, with Bournemouth looking absolutely desperate last week at Watford, and Norwich were no better against Manchester United, but at least they were playing quality opposition. Who to pick? 0-0. Boring game, last on match of the day. Southampton versus Wolves. Wolves tend to struggle against the smaller teams who sit back and soak up the pressure, and Southampton will be on a massive high after they beat Leicester 2-1 last week. Sure, they end the season against the Foxes with a 10-2 aggregate loss, but still, it was nice to get a win after the 9-0 defeat earlier. So for this one we'll go 2-0 Southampton. Danny Ings to continue his hot streak in front of goal. Then we've got West Ham versus Everton, and Declan Rice is probably still reeling after what happened at Bramall Lane. The handball rule is a joke. There's no way he should have been penalised for that. But them's the rules. For this one, I'll go for 2-1 Everton. They look better under Carlo Ancelotti, and to be honest, are West Ham really that much better with David Moyes? I mean, they've won a couple of games, but he's still a bit of a dinosaur in terms of football. The final game on Saturday is Newcastle versus Chelsea, and despite my allegiances, I'm going to back Frank Lampard's team to win. Let's say 3-1. On to Sunday now, and the first game is Burnley versus Leicester, and Brendan Rodgers needs a response after a really damaging defeat to Southampton. They'll probably get it. Burnley are not the best right now. Let's say 2-0 Leicester. And the final game of the weekend is Liverpool versus Manchester United, one of the most storied rivalries in Premier League history, in fact in English football history. But there just doesn't seem to be any fanfare for this one. Are people just not bothered now that Liverpool are so far ahead of everyone else, whereas Manchester United are struggling? It's not like the teams are toe in toe. Toe in toe, is that a saying? Neck and neck, it's neck and neck, not toe and toe. Liverpool got all 3 points last week when they played Tottenham, despite a low par performance. And to be honest, they can probably get away with another one against Man United. Sure, they won 4-0 last week, but they're not going to be able to cope with Liverpool's power up front. The Liverpool train's going to keep on chugging away, no one's going to be able to stop it. I'll say 3-0 Liverpool. So there we have it, that's video number 2 on camera done. That went a lot better, didn't it? Please give us your predictions in the comments below. If you want to follow us on Twitter, it's at HITC James. I think this went a lot better. We'll probably see you again next week. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And as always, stay in school. Please keep giving feedback in the comments below. I don't mean say nice things just to lick me arse and make us feel good. If you've got something constructive to say it. I'll take anything on board. But yeah, we'll probably see you again next Saturday. Until then, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Yeah, nailed that. What do you mean it's not good enough? I need to do more. Why do I need to do more? Oh, because it's not going to be 10 minutes. Oh, I don't care. Oh, you get more money. Right. I'm not sure what else we can talk about. I could do a joke about Thierry Henry and the handball. I don't know, we've done that. We've done Declan Rice, haven't we? Yeah. I've got it, lads. We'll start slagging on football daily. No one will think of doing that. Is the camera still rolling? It is. Oh, we'll just use this.